Since I don't have pancake syrup, we're improvising with this.
So the second thing is about breathing. Really good church health breathing.
And then I'll do a strawberry shortcake donut. Guess what donuts I got?
Round.
When we come down, people slide the bar along the thighs, which causes the knees to come forward.
I didn't set an alarm for myself, so clearly it wasn't that important that I didn't wake up at 7 in the morning, but it's 8:33 right now and I feel like I'm so behind on life, so let's get the day started. It's November 6th. I'm still in my hometown visiting my family, feeling good. I've been able to stick to my macros 100% even though I've been able to eat out or just have, you know, certain meals that I normally don't have, so I'm really happy about that. This morning I actually weighed in at 117 pounds, which is really light, even though I feel like my physique looks a lot different than what it did at 117 pounds when I was competing, so it's a little bit discouraging to see that, just because I feel like when you look softer and you're that light, it just means that you're sacrificing some muscle. So tomorrow I have check-ins with Jose. I'm actually like sure that my food will be getting bumped up because he definitely doesn't want to see the number on the scale go down, and since last check-in it's gone down 4 pounds in 1 week. That's not okay. So he's probably gonna be bumping up the food, which I'm not mad about. And that's about it for updates for my off season right now. I'm doing compound lifts with my friend slash first trainer for my first competition that you guys saw in my previous video. I'm gonna go to his studio and we're gonna get some squats and deadlifts in, so I'm super excited for that. Everyone always has like a different view and opinion on form and lifting and all that, so it's kind of cool to learn different techniques and try them out for yourselves and see if maybe that works better than what you're already doing right now. So that's what's happening today. Since I don't have pancake syrup, we're improvising with this. Aló, Awe. Nada más porque es reina no significa que también es doctora. Te amo mucho. Okay, now back to business. Of course, I'm running late. This is like a New Year's resolution for me, is to actually be on time because it's so disrespectful and I'm sick of being like this. I definitely don't mean to do it, but I don't really make a huge effort either to be like right on time. So New Year's resolution for myself right there. And not only am I late, but I also thought that I was lost for a second, but I think I got it. I used to live like right around this area, so I don't know how I forgot where I was going, but we're gonna make it. I made it.
I should have known you'd have the camera.
Hashtag mobility. I made it safe and sound. I actually found the place and we're about to jump into some squats. Then he's gonna do some bench stuff. I definitely don't wanna do bench because I haven't done it since I got surgery done, but we might be working on some form stuff and then we'll do deadlifts. So I think I'm ready. I think that means he's ready too. Let's do it. What is up, guys? I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Like I mentioned, we got into some squats first, and unfortunately the microphone or my phone was too far away from us, so you couldn't really hear Justin. So I'm going to do my best to explain what he was trying to explain to me. The first thing we went over was a couple techniques that he uses to make sure that he's taking off the pressure from his lower back and always using and engaging his hips and glutes during his squats. So right here you can see him kind of going forward because he was just showing me what I tend to do, and then he told me to get put all the weight on my heels, lift up my toes to make sure that all the weight was on the heels. And then once you're able to do that, then you just push through your heels, and that'll make sure that you're engaging your hips and your glutes during your squat. Following that, we got into the technique that he uses to ensure his chest is up and his spine and lower back are neutral during his squats. By grabbing the bar and pretending to bend it around your traps, you will be able to prevent your shoulders from rolling forward, which will help you keep your chest up and keep that lower back neutral. And then moving on from that, we got into the proper way to sit up and walk out on your squats. Here you can see him showing me how much height we lose when we start off with a wide stance. So what you want to do is make sure you're standing at your tallest stance, which is normally when your feet are close together. And this will prevent you from catching on the hooks when you're walking out, which actually happens to me quite often. And that is going to wrap up Justin's squat tips in Valentina's language. I hope that was easy to understand for you guys. If you enjoyed this section of the video, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And if you want to get some deadlifting tips, then make sure to stick around because those will be happening later on in the video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video.
I go for my try till I do. Okay.
Stop.
Just remember when we get under load to screw the feet out, and then that's just going to help keep the knees from collapsing in on the way up. So the second thing is about breathing.
Yeah.
Like really good church mouth breathing. Be really quiet. And I don't think you're bracing at all. You're just breathing in. And then it ends. So breathe in, push out, hold it while we come down. Now out. So you'll be flexing your core as hard as you can. And then coming down and driving back up. And only relaxing the core at the top to breathe in.
It is 12:55. I got here at like 10:45 and we're still on squats. And you know why? Because your girl has a lot to learn. But I like it. I love criticism. Like honestly, when I ask you guys to criticize my videos, I'm not kidding. I'm not going to improve unless you tell me what I'm doing wrong, which is exactly what Mr. Justin Riley over here is doing. So I'm going to try out everything he's taught me, the breathing, stepping out.
Shoulders down and back. Shoulders
yes,
down and back.
Bracing my core and just trying everything out. So we're gonna give that a try, and hopefully I don't do too bad. I shouldn't. We've done already done how many sets? Like 3 or 4 sets already. So
We've done 746. Don't be so modest.
haven't really quite watched that last rep, but it felt okay. I don't know. He'll probably have something else to say about it, but I'm just gonna get donuts instead so I can shut him up. I definitely wasn't planning on getting any donuts today or eating any donuts. I mean, who plans that? Just kidding. Anyone who's a flexible dieter probably has to plan around it because donut macros can get pretty hefty sometimes. I might just have to squeeze it in there. The apple pie for dinner. Yeah. And then I'll do dirt and worms donut, 2 caramel brownie batter donut, and then I'll do a strawberry shortcake donut, a vanilla dip. Guess what donuts I got?
Brown. When was the last time you got in a fist fight, Val?
In my dream last night. Oh my god. I literally told the guy, I was like, I don't want to punch you because I've never punched someone before, but it was some dude who tried to touch me at a bar. Such a weird dream.
Yeah, anyways.
Let's uncover the donuts. Hello. There we go. Now we're doing it right.
All right, so the first thing I want you to do is don't bring the bar to you, you come to the bar. So right now the bar likes to be balanced here, it's not gonna roll forward or back. So you set up like this and then you pull the bar towards you. So if somebody has an uneven platform or something like that, if you pull it towards you and then stand back up, it might roll away to where it wants it to be. They're looking a little bit squatty, but more upper body. You're using a lot of front delt and you're holding the bar in front of you as you come up and down. When you're doing your deadlift, you're keeping the chest so high that the arms are out in front when you hold it. And then when you come down, you put the arms out in front to pass the knees. So you're using a lot of shoulders to hold it forward. What I don't want to see is the ankles more narrow than the knees at the bottom. So that's definitely where we don't want to be. We have the most power in a straight line, so I like either the knees right above, or sometimes going a little bit wider is better for certain people. So I think you're on the minimum side of, I wouldn't go any more narrower, I'd actually go bigger. So if you just want to watch me from the side. So what I'm looking for is to fold your chest over the bar. So you're staying so high up that the knees are coming forward a little bit. So my knee is in front of my ankle. You can't see the ankle right here. So what's that doing is that's putting a little bit of tension in the quads. If I push the knee back, my hips have to come up. Now the tension is here. What I want you to do is come into a half squat. So have the knees come forward right now. Keep the chest really tall. The tension, you should feel it right here.
Yeah.
Now what I want you to do is press the knees back and lean forward. Now where's the tension? Good. So this means your chest is over the bar right now. When you were deadlifting, your chest was right in line with the bar. You were still squatty like this. So what I need you to do is to send the hips, send the knees back. That sends the hips up and the chest forward. So watch this. If I press my knees back, my hips come up and my chest moves forward. So when I set up for the bar, I want my shoulder blades or my rear delts to be above the bar. If I come down squatty, if we drew a straight line up, the bar's gonna come right about my shoulder here. Now if I press my knees back, now I feel it in the hamstrings. If we drew a straight line up from the bar, it's probably around my shoulder blades. Now I want to pack the lats, drag it up the shins, straight line, and then lock out the glutes. At the top, you let your shoulders pull you forward. You have your shoulders forward because you almost do a front raise with it to hold, you hold the bar out to clear your knees because your knees come forward. So here's this is your neck and spine, and then you come around the knees and back down. So what I'm looking for is a straight line for the bar to be up and down. So I'm going to send the hips back, and my chest folds over the bar. If we drew a straight line up from the bar, it's going to cut my ribs in half, so my chest is over the bar. Now I'm going to put my shoulders down and back. This is going to be the same down and back that I want at the top. So now when I get to the top, I shouldn't be able to put them down and back anymore. You're about here.
Yeah.
I always want here. Now what I want to do is separate the bar from the thigh so it grazes my knee on the way down. So it touches the shins on the way down. And I send my hips back so that my knees don't come forward. So think about folding the chest over the bar, almost like a Romanian deadlift. We send the hips back and the chest forward. That's what we want to do at the top. Send the hips back and chest forward. So let's give that a try. So feel the shoulders down and back. Feel that tension right there. That's what I want you to have on the way up. Feel this tension here. That's what I want you to have on the way up. There we go. Excellent. Come up. I want you to drag it along your shins. I want you to actually feel it up your shins. Good. Now drag it down the shins. Make sure you feel it and fold over. So hang on, stay in this position. I'm going to press your knees back so the hips come up. There. See how you're more over the bar? Yeah. Chin down a touch. There. That's neutral. Don't lift yet. Knees back even more. There. When we come down, people slide the bar along the thighs, which causes the knees to come forward, and then the bar is landing at the toes. So I'm gonna show in conventional, because conventional sumo still are the same, but this is gonna be a little bit easier to show the bar here. So when I do a conventional deadlift, my shins are straight up and down. I'm gonna drag the bar along the shins. But now if I have a straight bar path, it's gonna come straight up, so I'm not touching the thighs until I'm locked out. So now the biggest mistake people make is they slide it down the thighs. We never did this on the way up. Now the knees are forward, and now the bar's at my toes. The further the bar is from you, the harder it is on the low back. Try picking up something like this. That's gonna kill your low back. But if you pick it up nice and close, that's gonna help save the low back. So when you deadlift, bar path straight line. So now there's gonna be a little bit of gap between the thighs. Now I'm gonna send the hips behind me to create that gap again and drag it down the knees and shins. Now you see it landed over the knots of the shoes again. Wrist right where it should be. But my donut sprinkles in my eye. So just make sure when you stand up, the first thing that happens is you break at the hips and you send everything back. There's no inch of me. That's how I want you to come down to the bar. Knees back. There we go. That's what I want. Yep. Good. Now reverse that all the way on the heels to the hips as far as you can. Good. Bring that bar close. I want you to graze the knees on the way down. Every rep, practice getting closer and closer to the knees without scraping them off. There. That's better. How do they feel? Good. Now,
I cannot breathe.
so same as squats. Breathe in, then brace. And then push.
See, like I take my breath.
So I may or may not like Monster Energy.
Hashtag Monster, where you at? Sponsor my boy. Casually taking a break from deadlifts to eat some apple fritter apple pie donut.
Apple pie donut.
There we go. He knows his stuff. No, my macros.
Good. Don't lead with your head this time. Good, there we go. You still look up with your head. Touch, but it was a lot better. Heels, lock out. There we go. Really get those quads locking out. And the hips at the same time. Right at the top. There we go. Good. Shoulders down back. Good. There's nothing on your face, you're good.
So unfortunately we had to slow down on the recording because my phone is at 7% right now, but I had such a wicked training session. Like I said, he's a very knowledgeable person, and even though like my form wasn't terrible before, it's just like minor little things that are gonna make a difference in the long run. It's 2:26 right now, so I am headed back home. I'm gonna wrap up the video right here, guys. Make sure you go and follow Justin on Instagram. He's pretty funny. He has some really good informational posts as well. I will put his information down below and right here. Once again, thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. I hope you guys learned as much as I did. I hope you guys enjoyed those donuts more than I did, even though you didn't, because I am the one that ate them. You guys just got to see them. Probably ended up craving donuts after it. So if you are, do not give in unless they fit your macros. Unless you just really want one, then go and have it. But thank you so much for tuning back in. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button before you head out. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Catch you guys in the next one.